On today's video, we're going to talk about the probate process. We're going to go from start to finish. And I'm going to do it in 4 simple steps. Let's get to it right now. And I'm Mike Gallagher, and if you want to learn everything about the Utah probate process, you've come to the right channel. You might consider tapping that subscribe button down below. Let's become a friend. Also, if you hit that bell notification, you'll be notified every time I release a new video. And I'm a local real estate agent in Utah that specializes in selling probate homes throughout the whole state of Utah. So if you do have a probate home that you need some assistance with, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We got your back in Utah. The probate process in 4 simple steps. Let's start out with what is probate. So probate is simply the legal process at where a descendant's debts can be paid off, and also if they own any kind of property, the legal title can be transferred for that property. So if there is a will and there is property that is subject to probate, the process starts with the executor. Now the executor will be named in the will, who that person will be. Now the executor will take the will to the probate court to get the process started. Now what court do you choose? The court that is chosen is where the descendant lived or owned property. So let's say there's no will. Then you must go to the court and ask the court to appoint an administrator. Usually, in most cases, it would be a spouse or an adult child of the descendant. Once the court determines who will be the administrator, that person will then take control of the estate and go through the probate process. So my 4 simple steps. Step number 1, you have to file a petition with the probate court and give notice to any heirs and beneficiaries. So the process begins with you taking your petition down to the probate court and also a copy of the will down to the court. That's if there is a will. If there is no will, the court will have to appoint an administrator. If there is a will, you will appoint an executor based on who was named in the will. At the same time, you have to give notice to all heirs and beneficiaries on what is going on. If someone objects to anything in the probate process, they will have the opportunity to present their case in front of the court. Also, a notice is usually filed in a local newspaper. So if there's anyone that you don't know about that is a potential creditor or beneficiary, they will have the opportunity to go to the court and make themselves known. So step 2, after your appointment with the court, you will need to give notice to any known creditors and also take an inventory of the entire estate. In this step, the personal representative will give a written notice to any known creditors, and this will be based upon individual state law as to how it's done. Now, any creditor that wishes to make a claim on the estate will have a limited time period in which to file that claim. Also in this step, it's time to inventory all the assets. Did the person own any kind of real property, vacation homes, timeshares? Maybe they own some stocks, some bonds, mutual funds, IRAs. Did they own a part ownership or maybe a full ownership in any kind of business? Or maybe any other kind of partnership? Also, things like firearms, family heirlooms, sentimental value items. Make a list of everything. Now, in some states, check with your state, they may appoint a court-approved appraiser to value the estate. Step number 3, all estate and funeral expenses, debts, taxes must be paid with the estate. So in this step, the personal representative will be paying the final bills from the creditors from the estate using the estate's money. In some cases, check with your state, the personal representative may be able to sell some of the assets to come up with some money to pay these particular claims. You'd have to check with your particular state's laws and regulations if you're allowed to do that. Step 4, this is where legal title in any property is transferred according to what is in the will. So once the waiting period has ended and all creditors have had a chance to file a claim on the estate, and once you have paid all the bills from the estate, The personal representative would then transfer the remaining assets to the beneficiaries according to whatever was written in that person's will. Some of the items that they would transfer would be like real property, vehicles, stocks and bonds, other liquid assets, and anything else that is left in the estate would then be transferred over. So in conclusion, that's my 4 steps to the probate process from start to finish. If you do have any kind of questions, by all means, reach out to me. I'm glad to help you. Till the next video, take care and stay safe.